What's up, you mad dogs? I'm sitting here on a Sunday, twiddling my thumbs. There's no UFC on. Don't know what to do with myself. I mean, shit. So, figured out I jump on here, chop up a little video, just going through the fights that were just announced. I know I'm a little bit late on this one. I was going to come through with something else today, but I figured I'd just push that idea back until those weeks where we got no UFC for like, I don't even know how long, but a good amount of time. So I'll push that idea off until then. And today I'm going to rip through these fights that have just been announced for the start of next year, UFC 324 and 325. Couple of big fights, a little bit of controversy in some of these. I mean, as far as the matchmaking goes, we've got Gaethje versus Pimblett, no Armin. And this one's a little bit strange to me. Volk versus Lopez. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm gonna start with this 324 card. I'll just run through. I'll start at the bottom. We'll work our way up to those main events. And yeah, look, man, pretty exciting stuff. Got 2 cards left of the year. Van fight week coming up. Excited for that one. The fight night after that's a little bit of a stinker. Couple of toilet breaks on that one, but we'll be right, I guess. Hopefully that's the end of that shit. Got going into Paramount next year. And look, these are some pretty exciting fights. These are some pretty fucking exciting fights, in my opinion. I'm not too mad about this one. I'm not too mad about Gaethje and Pimblett. I mean, I know I completely agree. Armin should have been next in line for the title shot. This fight makes me think that they were trying to do Pimblett versus Ilya on this card. Obviously, with what Ilya's going through at the moment, that didn't happen. And the stars are lining up nicely for a little prediction I have for Paddy Pimblett in the future. They weren't lining up so nicely if he was just to fight Ilya on this card. But we'll get there. We'll get there, okay? Let's look at the base of this card. Gaethje. They're finally giving him a little bit of a step up in competition. I mean, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. It's a step up from what he's been fighting, but not too much time on this one. This should be another murder, another round 1 murder most likely. This guy's frame's just a big stick man, big stick figure man, decent kickboxer, but yeah, that they need to look at giving this guy a good step up after this one if he wins this nice and easily. They really need to push him up there a bit. Yeah, won't spend too much time on that one. Not that important of a fight. Next one, though, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Stevenson Figueiredo. This could be a fun fight, man. This could be a fun fight. We could see some good scrambles in this. Figueiredo, he's got the BJJ. He could use that to be defensively minded in the grappling. It could make this for an interesting fight. I think Umar will win this quite confidently, to be honest. Figueiredo coming off a close-ish, bit of a stinker fight against Montel Jackson. I mean, shit. Nurmagomedov, he's coming off that sick fight with Mario Batista. That was an awesome fight. Batista really showed his toughness in that. Really showed his ability and where he's at in the rankings. And it's a similar level fight for him, I guess. I know Figueiredo, former champion, so it's a good name for Nurmagomedov. And it's good set up for that Merab rematch later next year. It's hard to say that Merab's going to lose to anyone at this point. Really like to see Josh Van beat him next week, but crazier things have happened. Let's just say that. Yeah, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo could be a fun fight. Looking forward to it. On to the next fight that they announced. Alexa Grasso versus Rose Namajunas. Again, not much time on this one. It doesn't really need it. Just another toilet break. A higher name value toilet break, I guess you could say. But I mean, come on, man. No one's jumping up and down about this one. Who wins this? I don't fucking know. Maybe Namajunas whip out a crafty little win. I don't think Grasso's all that. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, on to the fun ones. Arnold Allen versus Gene Silver. Oh, oh, oh. It's fucking huge. I'm excited for this one. This is a sick fight. We're gonna see a sick striking matchup in this one. I think this one's gonna be having me buzzing come fight week. I promise you that. I mean, it could go either way. Arnold Allen's really good. He is really good, but I will probably lean the side of Gene Silver in this one. I was heavy on the hype train of Silver this year. I need to be honest. They got shut down heavily with that Lopez fight. But hey, I still reckon he's pretty good. I still reckon he's pretty good. Um, a little bit of a weirdo, but I like the energy. I like the energy that he brings to fights, trying to make it exciting. I love that. I love that when fighters are able to bring more than just their fight. You know, that's good to see. Yeah, this is going to be a sick fight. I think we'll get a pretty good war out of this one. If someone's getting finished, I'd say it's probably going to be Allen. Um, Silver is pretty durable. It needs to be said. He did get knocked out by Lopez, but spinning elbow, man. Come on. Spinning fucking elbow. Most people are going down to those these days. I mean, some of the spinning attacks that have been landing this year are just insane. Insane. Absolutely. Um, yeah. Yeah, I'd lead Gene Silver in this one. I mean, like I said, Arnold Allen, he's very good. I don't know what else to say about this one, really, man. I just know this is going to be a sick fight. I think this is going to be a fucking a war, a proper war, and I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. On to the next fight they announced. Cortez Acosta. Bro, this guy he's on a run right now. He is on a run right now, and he's starting to knock people out. He's really starting to put some fucking heat on them hands. He's starting to put people down. Maybe those last two matchups were ideal for that. But look, this is an interesting one. I could see this going either way. I could see Derek Lewis bombing him, putting him down like he does, like Derek Lewis does best, ripping his pants off, doing a funny as fuck post fight speech, all the good stuff that we love to see from Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. I mean, yeah, I don't know where this one goes. It's hard for me to lean a certain way on this fight now. Like right now, Costa, he's got the momentum. He's got the momentum. He's riding high. You'd maybe have to lean on him for that. He does have very slick boxing. He's got really good boxing for a heavyweight, and he's got quick hands. Got pretty quick hands for a heavyweight. So I mean, yeah, he's a serious threat to this division right now. He's not bad. He's not bad at all. And this is going to be an interesting fight. This is going to be an interesting fight because Derek Lewis, I mean, it'd be funny as fuck if we got to see Derek Lewis versus Tom Aspinall for a fucking heavyweight title fight. But man, Acosta, he has that momentum. He's riding that momentum quite high. And look, 2 wins in like 3 weeks, knockout. Fucking Tom Aspinall's teammate. He's doing the eye poke thing. He's doing the eye patch thing from the eye poke. Playing into it well. He's getting that fan base up. And shit, man. It could be building for a pretty exciting fight for the heavyweight title in the future or later next year possibly. So I'm looking forward to see where this one goes. I don't know. I'd probably lean Costa for this one. So far, I mean that might change up beforehand because you never know with the Black Beast. It just takes one, right? It just takes fucking one. A man's got the fucking heat in those hands, But yeah, we'll go on to the next one. Oh man, Sean O'Malley's back, baby. Let's fucking oge. Let's fucking oge. Sean O'Malley is back versus Song Yadong. Man, another one that's going to be a sick scrap, in my opinion. I think this is going to be awesome. Another sick fight. I think they've done a really good job at building this card with fights that are going to bring the action, Even the co-main event. I mean, it could be a high action fight here. It's a fucking huge women's fight, man. It's the biggest women's fight in history, possibly. I mean, Nunes coming back, Harrison. Look, we'll move on to that one in a second. But Sean O'Malley, I'm definitely going to lean the side of Sean O'Malley in this one. I think he could get this one done by knockout. Uh, man, excited. This was the matchup that was being rumored to be made. I think O'Malley even denied it at one point. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't know. But anyway, sick fight. I'm going to lean O'Malley. Like I said, by knockout. Yodong, he's got good wrestling. He's well rounded. I should say that he's well rounded. He could mix up the grappling and use that to gain an advantage in this fight. But O'Malley does have pretty good defensive grappling. Obviously, he couldn't stop Marab, but that's Marab. It's a different fighter, okay? Yodong, he's not bad. He's not bad, and he swings bombs. He's got heat in the hands. He's got heat in the hands. He can put people out, but I think O'Malley's just going to be able to pick him apart in this one, just sniping him from range. And I do think he could land a knockout at some point in this fight, or land a pretty dominant decision like he did over Chito Vera, something like that. I think it's a good bounce back fight for O'Malley. I'm looking forward to seeing him back in the ring or back in the octagon. It's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one to say the least. On to the co-main event that they announced. Scarily enough, this was looking like it could have been the main event. Myself and many other people included would have some things to say about that. So I'm glad they've ripped this one out of the fire. But we'll get to that one in a second. Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. Come on. Generational women's fight. What else needs to be said? And Nunes coming back after what, two years after retirement. Best women's fighter in history versus Kayla Harrison, the current champion, who's been able to come in and dominate for the most part. She had that close fight with Ketlin Vieira. But look, this is an interesting fight. Right now, I think I'm leaning the side of Harrison. I think she could even get it done by fucking submission. Seeing Nunes get submitted by Juliana Pena is like a little bit of a concern in that aspect. But if Nunes keeps this on the feet, we could be looking at a beatdown. A good old-fashioned bully beatdown, you know? Yeah, it's tough to say. It is tough to say because obviously Harrison, judo champion, grappling phenom for the women's division. Come on. But Nunes, she wears the bands in her lesbian relationship. She's a man. She's got manly features, let's just say. And scary as fuck on the feet for any women's fighter. I mean, come on. As a woman's fighter walking in to the octagon against Amanda Nunes, you got to be fucking scared. I mean, look at it. That's a scary woman. That's a scary fucking woman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I am going to lean the side of Harrison. I'd like to call her John Cena. I like that, that meme of John Cena running around with blonde hair, wig on. Yeah, looks fucking identical to Kayla Harrison. But, hey, I think she can get it done by submission. If it stays on the feet, I'm interested to see where it goes because, like I said, could be in store for a good old-fashioned bully beatdown. And, yeah, on to the main event that has been announced. Interim lightweight title fight. Interim lightweight title fight. Okay, I'm having a stroke here, man. Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. I'm fucking keen for this one. I'm a big fan of Paddy Pimblett. I was worried they were going to feed him to Elliot. Well, not feed him. I was worried they were going to give him the title shot on this card. I really wanted to see him have another fight before getting a shot at the title. Both because I think he needs to earn it. And I don't think he was ready for Ilya just yet. I think another fight really helps him. I know it's Justin Gaethje. I mean, it's not a slouch. Come on, by any means, it's not a slouch. Justin Gaethje, we all know him. Fucking banger. Going to put on a good fight. Does his best work in the clinch, and I think that's a keynote to making this, because Paddy Pimblett, he can keep the range. He can keep the range pretty well with his leg kicks, and he's not going to spend too much time in the pocket. He does keep that chin high, but he's good at keeping the distance and distance striking, set up his attempts, whether it be a takedown or power shots. I mean, I'm going to lean the side of Paddy Pimblett in this fight. I think he's going to be able to sub him up. I think he can sub him up early in the fight, first or second round. It's the 5 rounds in this. It is interesting. Look, the stars are aligning. I've got this little prediction. Now, I might get a little bit of hate for this one, but I don't give a fuck. Okay? My one friend that watches like a lot of UFC with me, he's calling me crazy for this take, but I don't know, man. I've got a hunch. So I think Paddy Pimblett is going to finish Ilia Topuria inside of 2 rounds when they fight. I think he can get it done by knockout or submission. I think he sets up the head kick. And he's going to land it, either putting Topuria out fucking cold, or he's going to land it, and we'll see a similar situation as in the Jai Herbert fight, where Topuria was dropped and then he shot him for a takedown. And then instead of Jai Herbert just getting taken down and the fight going on, Paddy Pimblett's going to snatch up a guillotine submission. That's how I see that fight going. Now, I wanted to put this out here somehow, and I figured out this is probably the best way to do it. On the back, or on the front end of this fight. Yeah, I think Paddy Pimblett's going to strangle with Justin Gaethje. He's going to get his title shot. He'll fight Ilya later in the year. Paddy Pimblett. I think he's going to finish Ilia Topuria. And I'm going to sit on that fucking pick. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. No one can change my mind right now. Look, I know we're talking about Ilia Topuria here. His best 3-fight win streak in fucking history. I mean, Volk, Holloway, Oliveira, out cold, all of them. I mean, you can't doubt what he's done. But I think he wants to, follow the path of McGregor, kind of. I mean, this is his Nate Diaz matchup, in my opinion. This is his Khabib matchup, in my opinion. This is where he's going to get finished. This is it. This is the end of the road for Ilia Topuria. I'm sorry. Paddy Pimblett, he will do it. Mark my fucking words, okay? Mark my fucking words. Paddy Pimblett will knock Topuria out cold or head kick him and sub him with a guillotine. That's my take on that one. Didn't say much about this. Look, Paddy Pimblett, I think he's going to win. I think it's a good fight for him, good matchup, and a good test to have before the big one, the title fight, for the championship belt. Like I said, this is an interim, but we all know, come on, this is not the real belt. Yeah, that's the first card, 324. I don't think there's anything between the last fight night of this year and this. So, like I said, I'm going to be working on some other videos for that time, and try have some stuff going. Until then, I'm looking forward to this card. I know there's a lot of people out there complaining about this, saying, "Oh, what about Arman? What about Arman?" I get it. I do get it. Arman should be the one getting the shot, but look, this is what we got, and I'm not going to complain about it. I think this will be a fucking fun fight. I think this will be a really fun fight. And with that being said, let's jump into the other announcement they made. The fuck? what the fuck, man? Like, really? Lopez again? Got two other contenders. Maybe they couldn't get to Australia. Maybe they didn't want to fight in Australia. At least say that or something. Give us a reason. Because this does not make sense. Everyone's saying it. This does not make sense whatsoever. Doesn't do anything for Volk. And he could get fucking finished in this fight. That's what annoys me the most. Look, the first fight was fun as fuck, man. I'm not saying that this is going to be a bad fight. I think this will be a really fun fight again. But it wasn't the one to make. It wasn't the one to make. Even Sterling. Even Sterling might have been a better option here over bloody Lopez. I mean, I was hoping we'd see Evloev get his shot. I think Volk could have won that fight. I was a little bit worried about the Leroy Murphy fight. I think Leroy Murphy could possibly pull something off there. But, man, they're really favouring this dude. Don't get me wrong. I like Lopez. I think he's fucking fun as shit. He's fun as, man. Good fighter, good to watch, always good to watch. He's always going to bring the fight. Like, don't get me wrong in that aspect, but this just, make it make sense, you know? Make it make sense. But hey, I don't want to sit here and complain about it too much. It's a fun fight. And it's in Sydney. I'm going to try and go to this one. Look, bro, we went to the 312 at the start of this year. That was fun. It was fun. I mean, it was a little bit of an ant card, you know, Drickus versus Strickland 2. It was fun, but it was my first live UFC event. And I'm hoping to get to this one too. I think they're going to build a pretty good card underneath it. Well, hopefully they do. Hopefully they do. They should. I say we're going to get a pretty stacked card out of this, especially being early days for the Paramount. They're going to really want to put on some big fights at the start of the year. So I'm looking forward to see what other fights they bring to this card. As far as this fight goes, look, I have to side with Volk. He won the first fight, like 49-46. He won it quite clearly. He'd get dropped in the second. Getting old. Just slightly concerned that one of them massive fucking hooks of Lopez could, put him out here, but hopefully not. Hopefully we get a Volkanovski masterpiece. Send him off. Maybe he retires, walks off in the sunset on home ground as the champion on top and still. But hey, I don't know what else to say about this one, man. Just the matchmaking doesn't really make sense. But I'm excited. I am excited. Like I said, gonna go try and go to this one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be chopping up a couple of videos this week for UFC 323. It's the right number. Yeah, 323. Marab Binyan. Fucking pretty decent card in store. So looking forward to that one. I'll be getting the prediction video out hopefully by Tuesday, Wednesday. See how we go. Chop it up. I got work and a kid, guys. Come on. I'll get these things out as fast as I can. Man, I just can't. I don't know about this fight, man. I just keep looking back on it. I won't spend too much time on it. Yeah. Look forward to making some videos this week, talking about UFC 323. Looking forward to the fights next week. Nothing today. Had me a little bit lost, not knowing what to do when I woke up, But hey, got to spend some time with the family. Had a good day. Now I'm here chopping up this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If anyone's watched it to this point, like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.